Hey guys, thanks for joining us at Cooking with Shotgun Red.
And if you like quick and easy,
You've got to make these easy recipes.
first up is Lazy Man Stroganoff. We are starting with 1.5 pounds of lean ground beef. Then add 1 can of cream of mushroom soup.
You can always make a great meal with a can of cream of something soup.
I think so. And then 1 can of French onion soup.
And this really adds a really nice flavor to this.
And then 1 can of cream of onion soup. 3 cans of soup.
And these 3 soups are going to make it really creamy.
It makes a delicious meal. Mix it all together.
Once we get that mixed in,
and then we're going to add 8 ounces of sour cream. Stir that into the beef mixture. This is a great weeknight dinner, don't you think, Jennifer?
absolutely.
And then cover it and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Looks like it's ready, so we will remove it from the heat.
And while this was simmering, we cooked up 1 pound of egg noodles.
And we drained them, and we are adding them into the 9x13 baking dish.
And once we get those spread out, we will
pour the creamy meat mixture over the top, spreading it evenly all over. Get every last drop of that because it's so good.
delicious.
You could add some Parmesan cheese and place it in the oven for about 5 minutes if you want to.
Oh yeah, that would be delicious. Make it nice and crispy.
Or you can also spread some Ritz crackers. We always like Ritz crackers on about everything.
Everybody likes Ritz crackers, especially in the South.
That's for sure. Let's dish some up.
I am ready. It smells so good.
This is really good and quick.
Easy.
And you can do so many different things with it also.
Oh yeah, you can make this over rice also.
Quick and easy. That's what our recipes are. And as Steve would say,
is this the best Lazy Man Stroganoff you've ever tried?
if it ain't, it ought to be.
Super easy dump and bake meatball casserole.
We have all of our ingredients ready here, and now we're pre-greasing the 9x13 baking dish.
And then we picked up some pasta.
Pasta rotoni.
And you could use any kind of pasta you'd like.
And we are adding 3 cups of water.
And guess what, guys? We have a brand new cookbook. Don't forget, you can still pick up Volume 1 and Volume 2. Follow the link in the description box or visit shotgunred.com. Then,
a jar of your favorite pasta sauce. You can use any kind you like, doesn't matter.
So we'll just pour that in.
This is something that I know we'll be making quite often.
Then we got some seasoning.
1 teaspoon of onion powder.
Sprinkle that in there.
And 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning.
Gotta have some Italian seasoning in there. And you just want to gently mix that up. And we just picked up some frozen meatballs and thawed them out.
We're going to add 2 bags of thawed Italian meatballs. You just place them around evenly into the dish.
Exactly.
This is so simple.
Any kind of meatball you like. Get the other bag.
It's very quick, too.
Oh, yeah. Super quick.
We love the dump and bake, don't we?
Oh, yeah. Easy recipes.
Then we cover it with aluminum foil.
And we're going to place it into the oven at
425 degrees.
We'll let that bake in there.
For like 35 minutes.
And then we'll check it. So we just got it out of the oven.
Uncover it. Gently give it a stir.
Yeah, just kind of mix all that sauce into the meatballs.
Then we're going to add some mozzarella cheese.
Gotta have some cheese.
We love our cheese.
Oh, yeah. The more cheese, the better on this kind of a dish. We'll put that back into the oven.
We'll let the cheese melt for about 5 minutes.
Look at that.
So this smells so good. We love this stuff.
Look at all that cheesy goodness. Yum, yum.
Oh, we love the cheese.
We do. Doesn't that look tasty?
Such an easy dish.
Yes. Don't have time to stuff all those peppers? Then make this super easy stuffed pepper skillet.
We have our skillet on medium-high heat, and we are adding 2 pounds of lean ground beef.
Now, this actually calls for 1.5 pounds of lean ground beef, but I'm going to take about 1/2 pound out and use it for something else.
We're going to drain some of the grease.
I like to get a little bit of that grease out of there. And then
1 medium diced sweet onion.
Oops, there's still a few in there.
Yep, make sure we get it all. Cook those for a couple of minutes.
Just enough so the onions get soft.
Then 1 tablespoon of W sauce.
Gotta have a little Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. You know what I'm saying. And then
1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper.
And
1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, which is really good.
Italian seasoning is great in a lot of different recipes. I use it all the time.
And why not? Stir that into the meat.
So once we get that all mixed up, we're going to add
1 tablespoon of minced garlic.
We will let that simmer for just a couple minutes till it gets fragrant. Now we'll start adding our veggies. So we've got
1 medium chopped yellow bell pepper, 1 medium chopped orange bell pepper, and 1 medium chopped green bell pepper.
Gotta have some green.
Now we got our color in here. We love color.
And I love this recipe because it's so easy. You know, you don't have to sit there and stuff all those peppers, but you get the same flavor.
1 can of drained diced tomatoes.
It's definitely a colorful dish. So we'll just pour that in.
We stir those in. Then we add 1 cup of beef stock.
And maybe a 1/4 cup more. It just depends on what kind of rice you're using. And then we're going to turn up the heat because we want to bring that beef stock to a boil. Now, you can use whatever rice you have on hand. I'm going to use quick rice today, so we just got some minute rice. Going to go a lot quicker for us. And we're all about quick and easy dinners, so this is a quick one.
Now that it's boiling,
We've got 1 cup of minute rice. So we're going to put this on medium-low
we will cover it.
and let this cook for about 5 to 8 minutes. Now, if you're using regular rice, it's going to take a little bit longer, just until the rice gets done.
It's been about 8 minutes. So we will turn off the heat. We will add 1 cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese.
And I like to use the sharp cheddar because it really adds a lot of great flavor. But you can use whatever you have on hand.
1 cup of shredded mozzarella. We love our cheese.
Who doesn't love cheese?
Mix that all into the meat and rice and veggies. This is a quick recipe.
It is.
Let us know how well you like this recipe because I think you're going to be making it a lot. Then we will top with a little more shredded mozzarella cheese. Look at that. I love this kind of recipe. It's so quick and so easy. We will cover it and let it melt for about 2 to 3 minutes.
So now we'll check it.
Ooh, look at
And
that.
it looks like it's done.
The sauce is thickened and the cheese is melted.
Yummy.
Smells delicious.
You know, with all that color, it's going to be good.
This is my bowl. You know it is. All that cheese and colorful veggies. You could easily store this in the fridge for a few days or freeze it.
Oh, yeah, you could definitely store this and eat on it all week.
I don't think it would last that long. As Steve would say,
Is this the best unstuffed pepper skillet you've ever tried?
If it ain't, it ought to be.
Next up, a super easy beef fried rice skillet.
We're going to start by making some white rice.
And today we're just using some minute rice, which is really quick and simple to make. Takes about 5 minutes, so we're going to put that in there, stir it around, and we're just going to cover it.
Remove it from the heat and set it aside.
And then we've got our skillet on medium heat.
We are adding 1 pound of lean ground beef.
And this is 80-20 ground beef. We're going to add just a dab of some sesame oil, maybe a tablespoon, just a little bit. And I'm going to set that aside because I'm going to use some more a little later in the recipe.
We take our little chopper tool and chop up the ground beef. Then we are going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Then a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon of Jen's favorite red pepper flakes.
Yes.
She loves red pepper flakes.
I do like red pepper flakes. And, you know, it's not going to make it that hot. This is just about a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. So, got to have a little Worcestershire sauce.
Some W sauce. Woohoo! Gotta have that. So mix in that seasoning. Smells good. So we will cover that and let it brown.
Should only take about a minute or two.
Yep. Then we are adding a 1/2 cup of a diced sweet onion
Got to have some sweet onion.
and a 1/3 cup of a diced sweet red bell pepper.
Hey, and if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell, and you'll get notified every time we put out a new recipe. And don't forget to give us that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. And comment. We'd like to hear from you.
Cover it and let the veggies soften up a little bit. Now we are going to push this to the side of the skillet.
And we're going to make a little room.
We're going to add 2 eggs lightly beaten.
We are going to just put these in and scramble these up a little bit. You can't have fried rice without scrambled eggs.
Exactly. I love scrambled eggs.
Me too. So once those are just about cooked, I'm going to make a little bit more room here. And I'm using a pretty decent sized deep skillet here, so I'm just kind of moving this beef off to the side so I can pile it up a little bit. Once I get that moved.
Then we can add our peas and carrots.
And this was just some frozen peas and carrots that we actually defrosted. So we're just going to put them in here and get them heating up. And I prefer to use the frozen over canned. I like the color of the frozen vegetables better. Then we'll finish scrambling these eggs up a little bit and then start slowly mixing them in with the peas and carrots.
And then gently fold into the beef mixture.
Yeah, just don't want to crush the peas. So you just got to do it a little at a time. Once we get that mixed together,
we will cover it for a couple of minutes.
Let that go ahead and cook. Now that the vegetables are heated up,
take the lid off. Ooh, look at that.
Looks so good.
We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of sesame oil to the skillet.
Just kind of sprinkle that throughout the dish here and get that mixing together. Yeah, that's going to help keep that rice from sticking to the beef and the vegetables. And it's going to add a nice flavor. That sesame oil has got good flavor. So I'm turning that down to low.
Then we can add in our cooked rice.
And this is about 2 cups of rice. Well, this is actually about 2.5 cups of rice. I don't want to overfill my skillet, so I might leave a little on the side. So we're just going to fold that in gently.
Combining the rice into the beef mixture.
This is such a quick and easy skillet to make.
I do agree with that. Then we can add the soy sauce.
Got to have some soy sauce in there, and you could use the light soy sauce if you want.
Can't have stir fry without soy sauce, can we, Jen?
No, we can't. And that's going to give it a nice color too. It's going to color the rice up a little bit. So we'll just gently fold that in some more. And that soy sauce is going to add that saltier flavor. So that's why we didn't add that much salt in the beginning. And depending on how much soy sauce you use, that's going to determine how salty the taste is. And it only takes about 20 minutes to make this entire meal.
That's always good.
So it's a great weeknight dinner just to whip up on the stove. If you have a wok, you can use it. But if you don't, just do it in the skillet.
I like this.
Absolutely delicious.
Remove it from the heat. And sprinkle some diced green onions. If you make this skillet, let us know in the comments how it turned out for you.
Yeah, please do.
I guarantee quite a few of you will make this.
Oh, yeah. And it's delicious. You guys are going to love it. Wait till you try it. So much flavor, and everything is all here in one skillet.
I am ready for a bowl of this. And as Steve would say,
is this the best ground beef fried rice you've ever tried?
If it ain't, it ought to be.
Next is a 1-pot taco pasta.
Weeknight dinners have gotten better with this recipe. So we're going to start out with 1 pound of ground beef.
And this is lean ground beef. And then we're going to add
1 teaspoon of W sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. The big W word.
Yes.
It's always great on ground beef like that.
Yes, and 1/2 cup of sweet onion diced. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of onion powder.
Which is like one of our staples around here.
It is.
We use that just about in everything, don't we?
We do.
All right, we'll mix that into the ground beef. Then we're going to add
4 tablespoons of taco seasoning.
And we're only going to do about half of this. And we're going to reserve the second half for a little bit later. I like to do that because I like to season up that meat like that. So
cover it up.
And let that brown up. And then we'll check it.
Voila. So 1 can of Rotel, tomato, and green chilies.
Gotta have some Rotel.
I love that stuff.
I do too.
It goes with about anything.
I know, and I keep it stocked up here in the kitchen because I use it in a lot of recipes. I always have lots of cans on hand, you know?
Yes. And 1 can of tomato paste.
Yeah, and the tomato paste cans are a little bit smaller than regular cans. And, you know, they're a little stronger than just your regular tomato sauce. But they add quite a bit of flavor. And I like to use the tomato paste in this as opposed to tomato sauce. Hard to get out of that can, though.
I see that.
It's kind of sticky.
Kind of taking forever.
It is.
There you go.
So we will mix that into the ground beef and the rotel. And then once we get that mixed in,
Spaghetti. It's half of the box.
yeah, so about 8 ounces of spaghetti. And I like to
Break
use
that in
the,
half. I
Yeah.
like that break it in half like that.
well, it makes it easier to fit in the pan too, you know. You do it long, you know, it's not like regular spaghetti where you can just stir it around and as it gets soft. So,
To me, it takes forever to eat when it's all that real long stuff.
oh yeah. So then
And then 3 cups of water.
we'll just pour that right over the top of the pasta. So I'm just going to make sure that that gets into the liquid, so it's covering the pasta. So I'll just take my little spoon here and just get it in there.
Spaghetti spoon.
Yeah. Get most of it in. And then we'll cover it, and we're going to let that simmer for about 10 minutes, and we'll check it. And you want to keep checking it because you want to make sure that that pasta is not sticking together and that it's not sticking to the bottom, and you know.
It starts getting flimsy.
Yeah, well, and then sometimes if you don't stir it around a little bit, it'll stick together and it won't be separate. So look at that.
Yes, look at that. Awesome.
Now I think we need to add a little
Yeah.
bit more of our taco seasoning. So here's that other half that we reserved. I'm going to turn that down to low. So once we get the rest of that taco seasoning mixed in there, get it all stirred up with that spaghetti. And this is going to continue to absorb into this pasta. So all this tomato sauce, you'll see as we get going, it's going to keep absorbing it, which is perfect.
Now 1.5 cup of Mexican blend cheese, shredded.
And we'll sprinkle that on, and I'm just going to save just a little bit for the topping. But we'll mix this in.
It's looking yummy.
It is. So once we get all that mixed in, we're going to turn off the heat here and let it cool down. And while we're doing that, we diced up some
Roma tomatoes.
I love Roma
Yeah.
tomatoes. I grew tons of them in the garden, and so I had some fresh Roma. So I'm going to put that right out here on top, diced up. Yummy.
Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And then 3 tablespoons of green onion diced.
Now it's starting to look like that Mexican taco.
Yes.
That's good stuff right
All the colorful
there.
stuff.
Very colorful. Look at that.
Voila.
We need to dish some of this up.
Yes.
Sprinkle some more of that cheese on there. You guys are going to love it.
Oh, look at that. Awesome. As Steve would say,
Is this the best taco skillet recipe you've ever tried? If it ain't, it ought to be. We'll see you next time right here on Cooking with Shotgun Red. Bye!
Well, that's Shishi and Jen, them two girls having too much fun. We hope you enjoy this recipe, and we really hope you subscribe to our channel. That's easy. Little Shotgun Red's face will pop up over here in a little bit. When you click on it, it'll say subscribe, then you're subscribed. Next to it will be a little notification bell. If you click that little bell, then YouTube will send you every single one of our recipes or a notification that we posted one as soon as it comes out. See you next time right here on Cooking with Shotgun Red. Is this the best? If it ain't, it ought to be.